Hi, this is a landing page audit for RemoteLeaf.com. Let's start with the 5 second test where we basically look at the page for 5 seconds and try to guess or try to understand what the product or the service is about. So, based on what I see, it looks like it's a meta search engine for remote jobs. So, you basically collect remote jobs from various job boards and have a way to display them or allow job seekers to find them. So um, that's what I get from the content on about the fold. But once you scroll down, then you understand that this is a email based service. So you sign up for this. You in fact you subscribe to this by paying a monthly or a yearly plan, and you select what skills you want jobs related to, and you get daily or weekly emails with the job postings. So here's a screenshot of this email that you would get. Coming to the content itself, the first thing that any user notices is the headline, and this headline talks about the company. So this is a V statement, just like this sub headline is also a V statement. So instead of talking about yourself as a company, you should talk what the end user or the visitor to this site would gain by subscribing to this service. So instead of having this headline, I'm thinking of maybe using this as a headline. So get the best remote jobs delivered to your inbox every week. So this would be a better headline. Let me just try to edit this. Delivered to your inbox every week. And I would suggest removing this um, 20 plus remote job boards, 300 plus company career pages, and popular tech job platforms. So you can add this below the button or somewhere here, but I would suggest removing this. And this sub headline is also, like I said, a V statement. So instead of that, we can talk how it benefits the user. What kind of benefits does it provide to the user? Um, Things like track. You'll just copy this. So track remote jobs specifically suited for your skills and save hours of scoring through different job boards and companies. I think this headline and subheadline makes sense, where it immediately tells the user that this is the benefit that you're going to get, and it also shows what the delivery mechanism is. It's not a online website where you can go and search for jobs. Instead, you will get a email every week, and it's well suited for the specific skills that you have and in the specific uh, country. Um, I don't think we are talking about the country here. I will talk about that later. So coming to the CTA, this is good enough CTA. Start the free trial today. This will work. I would suggest adding, maybe start your 7 day free trial, and I would also add a small line below this button saying no credit card required, because asking for the credit card right away is a major turn off and people will just bounce from that page. So coming to this top nav bar, the nav bar has two buttons which also resembles this. There's this one button which resembles this primary CTA. So if they both were going to the same place, it wouldn't matter. But since this is a completely different button, I think it's better to convert this into a link, uh, a normal text link instead of a button. And also I would suggest converting this also to a link. Coming to the benefits, this is good. Usually people will have a 3 by 2 grid benefits page or a features page. This is fresh, this looks neat, but if I scroll down, there's also this 3 by 1 grid. So you can either do this 3 by 2 grid and place it here, or take the content from that and put that here. So that'll be much better. Coming to the copy itself, I would suggest removing this, because this is a we statement. If there are any statements which has the words we, I, are, those kind of statements, try to rewrite them to include you, that is the user. So I would remove this statement and instead have this at the top. And also this particular statement, this needs to go to the top, because there are uh, there are many member only job lists for which we have to pay monthly membership. And uh, if your service is getting all those jobs also and sending it to me, then it's added benefit. I don't have to pay membership to multiple different job boards. So I think this needs to go at the top. And save hours of job hunting every week. These are all good points that we capture in this benefits. Coming to the screenshot, the screenshot looks like a website. It doesn't resemble email. And I would just add from uh, your name at remoteleaf.com, say uh, from team at remoteleaf.com, and to as some John Doe at gmail.com, something like that. And also add a subject so that people will know what this window is about, right? So that's what I had about this. Coming here, I noticed that as soon as I scroll past the screenshot, I'm taken to this I'm taken to this uh, section. And since there is a contrast between this white color and the blue color, my eyes are immediately drawn to this headline instead of this section. So this section can be removed, or you can use this content somewhere here in the features or benefits box. So I would suggest removing this and pushing this further up, where you will say get your dream remote jobs in your inbox. That's a perfectly good headline. But this pricing box is, it's almost invisible. It's too small, and it doesn't resemble any of the other pricing boxes that we usually see in the web, right? So usually SaaS applications or any kind of services would have a 3 tier pricing. So you would have a basic plan, pro plan, and maybe a custom plan. Or in these kind of cases, you could have a basic plan, a pro plan, and a lifetime plan. And I also noticed that you have just one pricing option, like $10 per month, or pay $100 per year, and then there is a lifetime option. Instead, I would suggest doing two pricing plans. So basic would be $10 per month, and you would only get weekly emails. So weekly one email with all the list of jobs that are relevant to you. And the $15 per month plan could be a pro plan, where you would get immediate notification, so that you are able to get your resume sent, and you are able to apply to the job as soon as it comes on the job board. So that would be a, a major differentiator for the different plans. And I would also suggest adding a few value added services, like maybe resume editing, or mock interviews, and those kind of things can be added. And this form looks good. It is It's not too long. There are only 4 questions that you ask, 4 or 5 questions. My suggestion is, if you do the 3 box pricing plan, the pricing section, you can remove this. And since the user would be clicking on a particular pricing option, the button in a particular pricing option, the selection would automatically pass on through this. And also, if you plan to do the weekly versus um, immediate email, you can remove this too. So uh, that's the change I would bring to this registration form. Otherwise, it's pretty decent. It is, you just ask the very basic questions that are needed. But I would also suggest adding uh, a small uh, help text or something, like a small text here saying you can change the skills later, because I don't want to uh, like freeze the skills now. You can add or remove the skills later. So I would just add that small help text. And another improvement that I can think of is, if you have the pricing boxes and you have buttons, I would remove this form completely, and instead show it up only when a user chooses a particular plan by clicking on the button, as a light box or a modal pop-up. That shows that would make the page a bit more uh, easier to scan. So that's the main um, change that I can think of in this section. Coming to this, like I said, these 3 features or benefits boxes, you can remove these and add 3 lines here where you explain what the benefits are. So here also, I wouldn't add this. I spend more than 6 hours daily searching for, screening, verifying. Um, I would just say each job that is listed is individually screened and verified manually. I think that would be enough. You don't want to say you're spending 6 hours daily, then, and you're also saying that you're a solo developer. So, uh, is this going to be your day job? Uh, can you maintain the space, or would you have to hire someone? Will the pricing change? So there are a lot of questions that will arise. So I would just make sure that you don't talk too much about yourself, except maybe where you talk about how you are an indie developer and you would be supporting this indie movement. Coming to the frequently asked questions, this particular answer is more about why you need, as a company, you need to have a subscription or want to ask money. And as a user, I don't care about that, right? So I want to know what benefits or what extra features, what extra things that I get by paying you money. Things uh, like screening and curation and making sure that the job is open, and understanding uh, what the company is about. So if you take, for example, there's a startup called Key Values. So where they have job posting about companies who have these key values. So these core values are very important for certain developers, and you can try to um, you can say that you categorize companies based on their core values and how they uh, do the interview process. Maybe those kind of extra additional information that you can find about the company would help. So these are all things that you would have to talk with the companies who is posting the job posting, and then you have to uh, give that. So that's the main thing in the frequently asked questions. And here, yeah, so how are we expecting accepting payments? We use Stripe, but the main uh, the main reason why this question is asked is whether you're saving the payment information or the credit card information on your end. Using Stripe, you don't do that. So explain why you're using Stripe. The statement you're using Stripe is important. Just say we use Stripe and your data is safe and secure, we don't store it. Or credit card data is safely stored with Stripe and we don't get it. And the footer is good. There's nothing more to add. Oh yeah, in the footer you need to add your copyright and privacy policy and terms of conditions maybe. So since you are asking for their email address and you're asking for personal information, I would make sure that you add the privacy policy. So that's important. Other than that, I think the page is well designed. It's minimal. I like minimally designed pages, and it's pretty neat. It's uh, it's more this benefits and the screenshot. This model, I haven't seen any website using this kind of model, and it's fresh. So otherwise, if you make these changes, I think the the landing page would convert even better. So, and one more thing I forgot to add is in the lifetime deal, if you are planning on giving this lifetime option for uh, eternity, like uh, eh, you need to stop giving out lifetime deals after some time, right? So you have to uh, have some sort of a scarcity built into this lifetime deal. So maybe you can say only 100 lifetime accounts are available, and you have a small counter saying only 86 accounts left, lifetime accounts left. So something like that. So in the box that you build for the lifetime pricing plan, you would add this one line, and that will make sure that people will choose lifetime and pay for that. So that's that's what I had about this landing page. Anything else? Did I miss anything else? Yeah, I think that's it. So it's a pretty well designed landing page, and like I said, make these changes. And if you have any more questions, you can email me at srini@crunch.com. And thank you. Thanks a lot.